What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Shelty. It's currently 1-1 in this best of 5 series between these two immaculate players. And we haven't found Hunt yet for Shelty, which is going to be drastic. Very bad spawn now. He's going to have to find it here or here. It's going to be somewhere around this location. Anyways, we saw some very interesting games in this last little bit of this series. We've seen Shelty go Kronos in the first game, get bested by Matreiuss Poseidon. We saw the second game on Ghost Lake where Shelty changed things up when Odin and took out Matreiuss' Zeus, and now we're going for that next game where Matreiuss decides to go his main god Poseidon against Shelty's Odin and try and take him down, and there is the Rhino. It's the nice great hunt here. And gets one Rhino and a bunch of those goat. You can't get any more than that. That's really nice use of great hunt. Unfortunately, he had to gather 100 food in that berry bush, which basically means he's about 200. He's about 100 food behind where he otherwise would have been, because berries gather approximately half the speed of hunt. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about that, but definitely with the hunt bonus that is Odin, hunted animals gather, what is it, 10% faster? 20% faster. There you go. Even more than you'd think. These rhino go down fast. You can see one rhino just about finished and this rhino almost halfway. Then he's only been on it for like a couple of seconds. Got the scouting coming in. Haven't seen any relics just yet. A little bit sad, but the catastropist right, just checking around the back of the base, just making sure there's nothing fancy going on there. Generally speaking, these Savannah maps, they don't spawn anything really cool around the back, just maybe a bunch of trees. Very rarely do you get hunt at the back of your base or a gold mine, if ever. I don't think on these new Voobly maps you basically get anything, maybe a town center back here. And here we go. Temple coming up now for Matreiuss as we get the confirm. Thank you, Ori, appreciate you. And all of your information. Moving forward onto this forward arm, we've got the giraffe up here. Gonna help him out a little bit. Get these giraffe hunting early, so you don't get pushed off it by early Odin aggression. It's gonna be really nice, but Shelty's gonna be just a little bit behind here. You see his food income. Well, he's got 300 here. Temple's coming out. Gonna be maybe a 4:30 advance time. It's about right. Shelty's normally gearing for the 3:30. Or sorry, 3:20. But he has to build the extra villager and get the ox cart out. So it's going to be that 3:30 that we see, unfortunately, because he's got the late rhino find. Sometimes it's just better to just walk straight forward every single time on Savannah, because there's always hunt in the middle of the map, and you're always going to find it. But if you've already used your veto, sometimes it's just slightly, just a touch bit of a it's a touch bit of a risk. If you got the veto, you can kind of do it, which is why I'm a bit surprised Matreiuss didn't just go for the forward thing last game. Well, he had the veto. Well, there's the flagstone of a Buhan. Useless relic. It's actually pretty good. It does make your walls nice and cheap, but it doesn't come into hand. It doesn't come in handy very much until like later in the game. And by then, it doesn't matter that much. But Matreiuss is going for it. He's got the hero running over there. Sees the walls coming up. Can make this into a gate and bring the rhino back behind the walls. Prevent any of that early raid coming in. One of the big differences in the Poseidon versus Odin matchup is Hermes is not about the centaur here, because you don't start with the extra 15 favor. You don't start with, you don't get fast and favor gather time. Your hero is a little bit weaker because they don't get the extra HP. So you can't really slap around the Odin as much in the early game with that early double Centaur, Sylvan Law, double hero strategy. You see the Raven has been picked off. That's going to stop any early forest fire. I'm still surprised we didn't see a forest fire as Shelty using the trademark pause to just regain some mental composure. Feels good, man. Feels good. Like I was saying, like the Poseidon doesn't get that early game advantage against Odin, but he does get Earthquake, which is a huge advantage over what Zeus gets. Now, Zeus gets Hephaestus, Zeus gets Hera. Hera is a last-ditch effort to survive against a Ragnarok. It doesn't beat Ragnarok, helps you survive. Like, you use Lightning Storm, kills off maybe like 2,000 HP of the Rag, which maybe equates to, I don't know, that may be not right, maybe it's 1,500 HP of Rag, which maybe equates to like 15 Rag heroes, maybe. But it doesn't really slow or kill off anything Odin has. So if you get that Earthquake out before Rag comes out, before Balder comes out, and you Earthquake a town center, put a lot of pressure onto it, you really hurt him. So that's what you're playing for. You also have access to Aphrodite, which doesn't, which Norse is not normally having to deal with against Zeus, because obviously Zeus doesn't have Aphrodite. Aphrodite's Curse. Curse allows Poseidon to go for timing pushes onto gold mines and get gold stubs where Zeus wouldn't be able to. So those are the options here. We just see the flagstone getting carried here. I don't think there was another relic, was there? Hasn't been spotted. It must be in this corner here or something. We do see the Valkyrie running in, picking off some of these goats. This is look, this is some interesting strats. Managed to get the Valkyrie out with 33 HP, but that's pretty funny. That's actually, it's more significant than you might think, because not only do these goats start losing food, they stop gaining food. Goats get up to 300 food here, which can be pretty significant in the late game when you're trying to get to, or like the mid game, I should say, when you're trying to get to the heroic gauge, trying to get to the mythic gauge, you get that little bit of food in. Managed to pick off 2 of those goats. It's just a little bit cheeky, but this Valkyrie is going to be really low HP until another one comes out. Seeing some nice raids here. Raiding cavalry are coming out. The Centaur's already over here. The Theseus is already over here. These villagers could probably just turn around and fight this, to be honest. Micro away the one that's getting attacked, and you don't have to run too far. These giraffe are almost out as well. Nice walls up for Matreiuss. He's going to be playing very turtly here and massing up army and trying to equate his army to that of Shelty's. Shelty moved forward to these giraffe here, but at this point he's kind of in a pretty commanding position. I don't think the Matreiuss can really attack it, and he's going to be going for it. There's already a couple of Hersa here. There's a bunch of raiding cavalry as well. The raid's going to be moving forward. Maybe going to be picking something off over here. Theseus isn't in this army, but once all of these units get in here, what's this? 4 raiders versus 4 Hippocon, 5 Hippocon versus 7 raiders. Hersa as well. This should be more than enough to force everyone out. More raiders coming in. Shelty's just really, really good at building units. We've even got medium raiders out. This is huge. These medium raiders are really, really important. Gives them the extra damage that they need. Raiders, like, they're so much weaker than the Hippocon, but the Hippocon do cost 3 population, which is a big thing. Basically, Shelty just needs to keep Matreiuss on the back foot, or at least away from damaging him. We do see one villager does get caught out here. It's a sad day to be a villager here, a Greek villager. Trying to build out a storehouse in the middle of nowhere. Just try to go about your life. Oh, he's just a nice pick off there. Nice trade. Villagers need to get out of here, Shelty. Don't turn around. Losing 2 villagers, 3 villagers there, and a Hersa. There's not even much food left in this giraffe either. It's 220. Really don't need to fight it. We do see that the army of Shelty's ready to fight back, getting some nice pickoffs here. Trying to pick off some of these Centaur. We did see Matreiuss manage to build 2 Centaur here. And they want to help with this army. You've got the Hersa chasing him around. There's no Sylvan Law. The Raiders have got high pierce armor, so these Centaur really don't do all too much. You see the Hersa has managed to get onto that Centaur, and that Centaur is getting chased around by the Hersa. Basically means this Centaur does nothing, and there is the Forest Fire. Population is currently 62 to 51. Shelty losing this fight hard though. These heroes and this extra damage from the Hippocon is so gigantic, even though it kind of looked like Shelty had more units there, having the 10 or 11 damage per second versus the 8.8 damage per second made all the difference, and also that 165 HP versus 115 HP. Raiding Cavalry do get minced. I wonder if it wouldn't be a bad idea to buff the Raiding Cavalry, make them cost 3 population and bring them more in line with the Hippocon. Instead of making them the 2 population and quite a bit weaker. That's why they're only 2 population, because you can build out so many more of them, and once you hit that full pop, you do win against Greek army, like every single time, but getting there is the challenge. And I think Shelty just decided to take that fight when he didn't need to. Like, he was forcing the fight, and there was nothing he was going to get, even if he won the fight or lost the fight. So, like, I think it may have just been a little bit of a brain fart there. Taking fights as Greek, as Norse against Greek here. Taking fights as Norse against Greek here. Generally don't want to be doing it until 11 minutes. Basically is how you want to be doing it. Try and raid, try and force the army away from you. Seeing some, a little bit of nice micro here from Matreiuss. He probably should be fighting this one though, this Hippocon, even if he survives. Such low HP. Probably going to get picked off here. Right, Shelty getting out of here, trying to retreat. The Dwarves getting unscathed here. Looks like maybe Matreiuss didn't have the line of sight on the Dwarves. That's got to be difficult here. We've got the army of Matreiuss moving in. Population count 91 to 68. Shelty is in danger of getting overrun here. He's got his entire army here. The Dwarves can act as a small meat shield. Can bring them in, but how many low HP Hippocon here? There's a couple of low HP Hippocon here. So this isn't as bad of a fight as it looks like for Shelty to take. He's got quite a few of these raiders, and he's trying to cut off some of the back units. This is huge. Pick off these guys in the back. Really nice fight here for Shelty. He can't lose this fight though, and it's not looking like he's going. Seeing some of these Hippocon moving in, they're going to start putting some pressure onto this gold mine, but the army of Matreiuss getting chased away, and that's huge. How much gold left in this gold mine? We've got 74 gold here. A couple of these Hippocon going to be dealing some damage, but the army is getting auto-queued over here, so that's going to be huge. We've got the Dwarves picking this one off. Going to see that this ox cart is going to come down, but the ox cart from the food villagers can move out. I'm surprised to see Shelty on these goat here. He can just move out into the elephant. He's currently in a pretty good spot. 89 population to 72 of Matreiuss. That population is completely flipped here. I would really love to see, now that Shelty's hidden at that high population, that he can go for this hunt, and he should be okay. But he's not done it yet. He's not building the ox cart, and seeing yet again these Hippocon going to get picked off. The army of Shelty moving forward. We see the villagers coming onto the gold mine, and Shelty sniffs blood. If he can get in here, he's going to do a lot of damage. Only 72 population to 95 of Shelty. Shelty needs to build some houses, bro. You got 99% units. It's not what you want to see. We've got some more military buildings coming up from Matreiuss. And Shelty is going to get in here. We do see that there's not that many Hippocon here at all, but part of the problem with this army of Shelty, Aphrodite comes through, has to use the defensive curse here. And more units flooding in. How is the next age looking for Shelty? It's not looking good at all. And we now got the Nemean lions coming in. These are going to turn the table completely. We've got Padromus coming out. Nice heroic age timing there for Matreiuss. Really well played. Nice timing, managing to save this gold mine. Had he been producing units then, he would have fallen into this classic trap. The classic trap of Greek is going full population against Norse. You need to get that heroic age in order to get out Padromus to deal with the medium raiders. Now we're going to see Nemean Lion and the Prodromus moving forward. they can start putting pressure onto this location. We're seeing the town center going up for Shelty here. Shelty realizes he needs to get out Wolfsark in order to fight against the Prodromus that are going to be coming in. But he also needs Hersa or Valkyrie in order to deal with this Nemean Lion. He's such a strong unit. He's comparable to a Battle Boar, basically, in terms of stats. Also does a ridiculous amount of area of effect and damage as Shelty is retreating here. Shelty's going to get 96 pop to 105 pop, but the army of Matreiuss is huge here. We've got the throwing axemen though. They do a lot of damage to these Prodromus who have only 20% hack armor. The Hippocon only have 10% hack armor actually. These Prodromus, they do alright against the throwing axemen. I thought they had like even less hack armor than the Hippocon, but I'm totally wrong. We've also got Atlanta out here. We've also got the Atlanta out here, so she's a beefy unit who moves really, really quickly. We turn her around, dealing that damage. There's just so many units out for Shelty now. It looks like he's got a nice defense, given that second talent center allowed him to get up to that 122 pop. There's also the Oseberg wagon, my favorite, like one of my favorite relics here. Not got picked up, not being grabbed by either player. You see Shelty moving in here as Matreiuss has to retreat. He needs to get out heavy cavalry if he wants to win this fight. Nice split of the army here as the Hippocon are trying to run through this gold mine. Gold mine still has quite a bit left here. How are we going for techs? See no techs being researched. No economy in the bank. Those giraffe do get spent. We still have 3 elephant here. All the hunt has kind of been diminished from Matreiuss. He's going for his own second town center. Nice fight here for Matreiuss now. Given there's no heroes to deal with this Nemean Lion, the Atlanta out, all this rest of this army doing nice things. The Hippocon distracting half of the army of Shelty here. Shelty needs to get out medium infantry if he wants to fight this one. At the very least, these Ulfsark, they only do 9 damage, even though they get like a, what is this, a 10% damage bonus versus cavalry, which is not much. Only 0.9 extra damage in attack per second. So you're going to be trying to take these guys down. It's looking nice so far for Shelty. His army at the back line's not really fallen here, but now the Nemean Lion's on here, the Hersa may be able to, or they need to get that Hersa onto the Nemean Lion. That's super important. The Dwarves getting pulled off the line, and we are seeing Matreiuss getting pushed back at this point. So nice play so far for Shelty, staying alive here. He's still not quite close to that next age. He's got a lot of villagers here, starting to build the farms out. But we do see that the Nemean Lion's been picked off and the army of Shelty is still pumping. He's still okay here. Still only sitting on 3 military buildings. The patented Shelty refusal to build more buildings. A nice split of the Ulfsark using the throwing axemen to deal with this. There are Toxotes here though, so they're going to start completely rinsing this infantry-based army of Shelty. Shelty gets his medium infantry upgrades though. How's the population looking? 108 to 115. Shelty should probably take this fight here. He doesn't really have much of a choice. He needs to defend these elephant. Oh, another Nemean Lion and Vifil Boarfiend or Boarfriend. And a little bit unfortunate here. The gold mine is out, and now we've got the Villager Ragnarok coming in. He can move over onto this gold mine though, it should be okay, but he doesn't want to split up his villagers just yet. Here we go. Shelty are risking it for the entire game here. He may actually be able to win this fight. This is a huge concave for Matreiuss, and Matreiuss doesn't even care if he loses this fight here, so long as he picks off a bunch of these Ulfsarks here. I need to make sure that I've got my lags sorted. Apologies for the random noises and the popping off. Alright, Shelty losing every single one of his dwarves here. Has the Toxotes retreating here. And it looks like Shelty gets to survive another day, but with what? What else has he got? 94 to 112 pop. Matreiuss can just move back in, and we just see the villagers have moved on to this gold mine now. Sacrificed all those units to win that fight, but he's not won that fight at all because there's just a whole death ball of Toxotes, and also the Nemean lion as well is in here. Going to be helping him out, and Shelty looking to try and fight in this concave. But I don't think it's going to help him out. Those Ulfsark get retreated out of here. We've also got the Hippocon searching around, looking at the town centers, looking for everything else. I think Matreiuss thinks that score drop from Shelty is him spending resources on advancing to the heroic age of getting a third town center, but it's not happening. Here we go, the Nemean lion in the back line yet again. There's two of them. Matreiuss loves these units here, and Shelty taps out. GG, well played by Matreiuss, takes this one. I think Shelty just couldn't. I don't know. I think getting this second town center was a mistake here. He needed to get heroic age before this gold mine expired, so that he could control the next gold mine with the frost. But he was going for the gold starve, and I think Matreiuss just decision making was just on point in this game, making the right decision to not make units, really showing how you play this matchup, not getting caught by the classic mistake of overproducing military units, getting caught fighting 115 pop versus 115 pop, Greek versus Norse. And these Nemean lions just came in clutch. So Matreiuss 2-1 now. One more game for him, and he will take the series. Move on to that next game really, really soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is a really fun series so far. We'll get that next game coming real short.